right, so before we talk about this week, just real quick for the trailer for next week, we're finally going to get to see Zenkai Black fight. We're going to get some sort of new robot form too, so I'm very excited to see next week too. But this week, this was a really good episode. I really enjoyed this episode. It did not feel like a 20-minute thing. It felt like it was 5 minutes, and it just flew through. It did not feel like last week where it felt like there was two different writers on the show, and very slow pace at the beginning and pick up in the end. This literally right off the bat was just like that. We get to see all of the Don brothers. Obviously, it starts out with Don Yellow at the cafe. Well, not obviously, but typically the episodes do normally. But she's like, this guy's over there drawing me, and I don't like it. And then so she talks to her boss and says, hey, can I go say, like, I don't like you drawing me? And then she goes over there and says, hey, I don't like you drawing me. And then she looks at the drawing, and she's drawing Kaito, Zenkai Black, instead of her. And then the guy's like, you know what? I don't like this. I got to find someone else. So then she goes, yeah, draw me. Come draw me. He just looks up at her and just walks out. He says, I ain't no simp. I don't want you. I'm going to go find another woman. And he kidnaps a woman later on in the episode. But that is the, I think it's Orange. No, not Orange. I'm sorry. That was a different person because obviously we have the monster. I got that mixed up. There's just so much that happened in this episode. No, it was the same one. We didn't see Orange. Yeah, I guess we didn't see Orange technically then. Or I guess maybe he's dead? I don't know. We'll talk about it. There's more to it, this story later on. But obviously, he leaves. And then we go to, I believe Zenkai. I believe Don Black was next. I think that's the perspective. It was either him, and then there was a little thing with Don Red in there too. But Don Black catches the evil White Ranger who basically goes up and asks men, what do you think of love? What is your interpretation of love and whatnot? And it's like they're all under this spell because they're all, trying to get her to, love, or get her to love them back and whatnot. And so this guy then chases after her after she says, she's not interested in the guy and whatnot. And then, he's like, okay, well, I'll take you in a ride with my car. And so she grabs her wrist, and then Don Black shows up and says, hey, stop doing that. Treat her with respect and whatnot. And then she goes right on to Don Black and says, hey, what do you think of love? And just goes right after him. And Don Black, just basically gives his interpretation, talking about, well, he doesn't say, was it Nasumi, I think? Basically, we talked about this in episode 4. Basically, with the episode where he was on the run and they're all huddled in that one building. Basically, kind of talks about her more so again. And then Don Pink is at the same outdoor cafe part that Don Black and then the evil White Ranger, evil Ranger, whatever, are at. And so then Don Black he sees his girlfriend, wife, I think, I don't know if they got married. I don't remember, because that was like a month ago. So I don't remember if they're married or girlfriend, boyfriend right now. But basically, Don Black thinks he sees his wife, girlfriend, whatever, chases after a random girl, realizes it's not her, and then Don Pink and Don Black will have a conversation. And I swear, if they do this later on in the series, I'm going to... They basically take turns saying the same thing, like, oh, my girl is a good cook, my girl is handsome, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. They say the same thing. And they're building this up like this is the same woman that Don Black supposedly is trying to get. Can't find her, trying to be on the run and whatnot. Obviously, again, we go into the fugitive stuff. I think it was like episode 4 or whatever. I have it up on my channel. But they go in and they talk about this, and they build up. The story builds up as if, hey, this is the same girl that she's not with Don Black anymore. She recently got married 4 months ago with Don Pink. They don't know that. Then they go back to Don Pink's house where the Sketchpad guy kidnapped Mio, Don Pink's wife, and they go back there. They're waiting, and Don Pink's like, "Hey, you want to see a picture of my wife?" And they tease this again. He doesn't show her. He holds it up to his chest. He holds the picture is facing his chest. So Don Black does not see the picture. He does not want to. He says, "You know what? We're gonna meet her in person," because he got invited over for dinner and whatnot to talk and whatnot. And after I don't know how long it was in their time, but obviously it switched over to, hey, like, my wife's not home. They don't specifically say it's been like hours or whatever. They don't really specify a time length. But then he's like, I'm gonna go look for her, and Don Black's like, yeah, I shouldn't be here. Don't really know you. And so they go off their separate ways. And then again. We're gonna skip over the part. We'll talk about how Mio escapes, but after she escapes, Don Black is looking at this poster on the ground. I believe it's either of him. I believe it was a picture or a poster with his name on it. I believe, or it was that Sketchpad guy, one or the other. And she runs behind him on the screen. And he obviously they have that like slow motion of, hey, they're the connection here. This is who Don Black is looking for, and they're building this up. I swear, if this is one of those, hey, I wanted to be with you, I don't like you anymore. I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna dump him. I'm gonna go find someone else. If she gets with Don Red by the middle of this series, I swear to God. Oh, it's just I'm interested to see where this is going, and I have this sneaky feeling that they're building this up, and it's just gonna be like, ha, got you. This is in the same girl that we're talking about here. I have that feeling. Obviously, there's 8 billion people on this planet. I don't know how many people are in Japan. I don't know how many people are in that town that this is set in and whatnot. But there's no way. I mean, you can say the same thing about different people. But the way the show built it up, it's just, I'm just, I'm ready for it, but I'm not ready for it. So taking a step back though, while they go out and look for her, Mio it's the worst tied up thing ever. It's just one time around her body. That's it. Just a rope, just big enough. Her arms are at her side, and it's just one. I'm like. Oh my God, I'm choking. There's just so much in this episode. I enjoyed this episode so much. It's just this dumb little thing. Obviously, they're not gonna really tie up the actors and whatnot, but just one little strand around the girl's body, it just killed me just seeing that. And so she's lying down on this couch, or she basically got knocked out by the guy. Taken to this like warehouse thing, sits up, and the artist, whatever, just says, "Hey, don't move. I wanna take a picture of you, or not. Sorry, I want to draw you. Excuse me, not take a picture." And then so she's sitting there and she's like, "I can get out of this easily." And so she's like, "You know what? His hair is way down here." She's like, "Let me tidy up your hair." I'm a beauty. I don't know. It's just whatever. She basically makes people look beautiful. I don't remember what the word she said, beautification or something like that. I'm not into that stuff, so I don't know exactly the wording for that. But basically, she offers to cut his hair, make him look pretty, and tidy up his face and all that. And so she starts cutting, and you just see this slow motion of she's looking at the scissors, and then she looks at the guy, and then she just slowly cuts. And I thought for a second, I'm like, she's gonna just stab the guy in the neck or something. I was waiting for something like that. Now, obviously, it's not PG. That's not for young kids, and this is Sentai is more so for young kids versus Rider is more so for teens and whatnot. But I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, if this was an adult show, she's just jabbing that thing right into his neck and killing him that way. That's all that went through my mind, was just an adult version of this, just blood and guts everywhere as she just stabs him with the scissors. But anyway, so that did not happen, obviously. But she starts cutting his hair, and she cuts off a big chunk, and then she ties his hands together behind him. Just grabs his hands behind him, ties them together with the hair, of all things, and just pushes him over and just darts out of there. I'm like, oh my god, like what is it? What Don Pink is worried about her, and she's out here just beating up people with her hair. If you have not seen this episode, go watch it. This is so enjoyable. This was easily I can't breathe. This is just too enjoyable. So yeah, she escapes. Then again, they go past each other. They don't obviously see each other. Don Black and Mio. Then we get the fight, and oh my god, I need more Don Pink. I need more of this Don Pink. He sees the artist, the sketcher, come chasing after Mio, who faints in Don Pink's arms. And he sits her down off to the side, goes up there, and he's just like, you know what? Frick you! I'm gonna just beat the crap out of you. He transforms, and they start duking it out, and this guy's just going all in. He's like, you kidnapped my wife. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. And just starts wailing on him. And they're just fighting, and obviously you have the minions pop up, which the others fight. And then the evil Blue Ranger and Don Red show up, which that's kind of the subplot here, which again I didn't touch on too much, which I guess before we get into the end here, let me touch on that, because I'm interested. I want that Don Red, and I want that evil Blue Ranger. I wanted more team-ups of that too. So backtrack here before we get to the rest of the fight here. So Don Red catches thieves early in the episode trying to break into his van, and he's like, I said something along like 55,000 yen or whatever, which I don't think is too much. I don't know the conversion for yen to US dollars, but I don't think that's too much. Again, I don't know. Maybe that's thousands of dollars in US money, and I just maybe it's $1 million. I have no idea. But he's truthful again. He's just like, I have 55,000 yen on me in that truck or in that van. All these packages and blah blah blah. And so the evil Blue Ranger shows up, and says something like you peasants or whatever, like try to help people instead of breaking in and like trying to hurt people or something along the lines of that. Just some weird line, and the robbers are like, oh, we got a pretty boy here, we're gonna go beat him up. So they get their I almost just swore, but they go get their butts beat, run away. And we see this kind of, they kind of just tag along and just go on this little adventure where they're talking, and then next we come back to them later on, and they both are running into this burning, I don't know if it was a hospital. It seemed too small for a hospital. I don't know. It's just some sort of building that on fire, and they split up. They transform after they split up, and you get this one shot where the evil Blue Ranger turns around after he transforms, and it's almost like, hey, like I know who he is now as a human. I know who's under that mask. And then he goes and runs off, saves the person. They both meet up, untransformed, run back down the hallway, out the building, and whatnot. And we cut back to them again, right before the final battle, right before Don Pink starts just getting serious. I need more of that, but. We cut back to him again before the final battle, and they have this little conversation where it's like the evil Blue Ranger's like, greed is what's going to kill this planet, destroy the humans, we got to get rid of it. And it gets all serious, you get the serious music, and then Don Red goes, yeah, possibly. And I'm like, what? You're agreeing with them? I need more of that. I need more of that dynamic. I love that dynamic because they just bounce off of each other so well. The actors just seem like they bounce off of each other so well too. But I need more of those team ups here. Again, they don't know who each other are, But the weird thing is like Don Yellow knows who like everyone is, but I don't know why. No, but then all 5 of the Don brothers see each other. So then I don't. It's just there's this weird thing where it's just like they know each other, but they don't know each other, and they know who's under the mask, but sometimes they don't. It just feels weird. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different for the Evil Rangers and then the the Hero Rangers. But we even get this thing with Don Black early in the episode where he realizes like I know this girl and she's decked in all white. She looks so familiar. So I don't get why they have to like they're planting seeds, but then it feels like they should know each other. It's just I don't know. That's the one thing. It's just this episode just makes it like they know each other, but they don't, and I feel like maybe they should. Maybe like I don't know. I feel like sometimes they should have seen each other transform. I don't know. And especially again when they split off and go, it's just a straight hallway that they both split off on. So when Don Blue, when the Evil Blue Ranger looks back, it's like he should just see Don Red. Like, I don't know why Don Red didn't look back, but it's just like they should know each other. They should know who's under the mask and all this crap. That's just. I mean, it's not really a complaint. It's just. I just clear up the air. Just make it so. Okay, you are you. You are you. You are you. You are you. Yada yada yada. We know who the Evil Rangers are, but make it so they can still. Again, they know that they're trying to clash with each other, but hey, we're trying to save the humans, you're trying to save the humans. So they go into burning buildings and they kind of team up for that moment. I need more of that. Just clear up the air on who's who, but then have more of like, hey, like let's take care of the humans first, and then we settle our differences after. Well, that would be that's how I would do it personally, but again, I'm off track. We're 17 minutes in, but again, there's just been so much that happened. So anyway. So again, then they save each other and talk about greed and how it's going to destroy the world and whatnot. Then we get back to the final battle. Or not back, then we go to the final battle where, again, everyone else shows up as Don Pink and the monster are beating each other up. Serious Don Pink is so much fun. And then, the blue Evil Ranger shows up and he just like, I don't know if it's like, whatever he does. He's got a wrist morpher and transforms right there in plain view. You even see Don yell like, hey, it's you again. And then all of a sudden Don Red shows up on his motorcycle and just flies off or flies onto the screen and whatnot. And then again they fight each other but they don't know and yada yada. And then we get this spectacular shot where they kind of split off from fighting each other. And Don Red's like, hey, I'm going to go just kill this monster here real quick. And, oh my God. I'm losing my voice. I'm talking so much. The air can't keep up. Because, again, this is just a good episode. But Don Red's about to finish this. They don't do their joint technique where Don Red gets raised up on the stage. This is Don Red's basically personal finisher. And Don Pink just shoves him and says, hey, no, he can kill him. Let him kill him. I don't need this man alive anymore. And he shoves Don Red, who misses the shot. The Evil Blue Ranger comes down, kills the man, the sketch artist. And you just see this shot of Don Red's, like, just... Obviously, you can't see his face, but you just see the suit, like, he's confused, like, what the heck are you doing? You see everyone just kind of standing there looking around. You have Don Pink just kind of looking down and away in the distance, away from everyone, and I'm just like, and it's just a great shot. And then you see they all teleport away from the battlefield and whatnot, except for the Evil Blue Ranger, who is just stream just cuts away. So, and then we get at the very end, it's Don Pink and his wife eating dinner, lunch, whatever. The weird thing is this fight starts at night and then finishes up during the day. So, I mean, again, it's probably shooting-wise, they probably started shooting at night and then, like, okay, we'll come back in the morning and finish up the fight. But, at lunchtime, maybe dinner time, I don't know. It was kind of bright for dinner time, maybe not. But I guess it depends on what time you eat dinner. And you hear Don Pink's thoughts of, hey, like, no one's going to hurt my wife. I'm going to do anything in my power to make sure no one hurts my wife. And that's how the episode ends. And again, you get the preview for next week. We're gonna finally see Zenkai Black finally fight. Again, we're gonna get some robot Don Red form or whatever, and I don't know if the form makes him tired or if he's tired because of the monster or whatever. So I'm excited for next week. I'm ready to finally see Zenkai Black in action. Got him teased episode 1. 8 episodes later, because it'll be episode 9. Finally, you're going to get him, see him. So I can't wait for that. But this episode just blew me away. I enjoyed this episode so much. So for now, again, this is 20 minutes long, kind of a long review, but it just went boom, 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 all the way through. Again, I did have to circle back to the subplot, which was Don Red and then the evil Blue Ranger. But you got to kind of talk about that all together. So I kind of left the main plot first and then put that second. But for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe. Next Monday, I cannot wait to see what happens with episode 9 here. I'm out of here. Peace.